Okay, so as you can see, this is my girlfriend's car. She also has a Cavalier, but her window switch works, and I'm going to give her the new one because the one that I have doesn't, the new aftermarket switch. So as you can see, it works. Why would I give her the new one if this one works perfectly fine? Because the new aftermarket switch does not work in my Cavalier. Probably because she got hers from her dad, and hers is fairly new from the dealership because her dad works at a dealership. So I'm going to take this out, put this one in the Cavalier, and give her the new switch. And I have it right here, so I'm going to do that. So, yeah, you definitely would never be able to do this. I don't care who you are. Basically, I got it to work. I would love to show you everything, but it'd be time consuming. This electrical device connects to your battery through a jumper cable extension through the negatives only. Put this through here and through one of the slots. I guess I can show you on this side. Put this through here. See, and then basically you hook this up to a negative. Don't really have anything here to hook it up to. It's best just to hook it up to the negative terminal of a jumper cable, and then the negative terminal of the battery from the jumper cable. And then you turn the switch on right here, and the light will come on. If it's power there, it won't come on. It's just power there. So I had multiple issues here. The aftermarket power window switch did not work, but it worked in my girlfriend's car. And the new switch worked in my girlfriend's car, but her old switch worked in this car. And actually her switch was replaced by a dealership, but that's probably why it works in this car as well. In addition to the motor not working in the other car, so I got the new motor. I also had to install a new power windows fuse. It's actually a circuit breaker, so it's like $10 more than an actual fuse. In addition to that, there's a socket here that it has to be closed. So I don't feel like opening it up, but like basically when you put the tester in here, like I'll show you on the side, there's a little socket in there, and you're kind of opening up the electrical connection there. So when you do that and you try to connect it to the motor, it doesn't work because it's not connecting properly. So basically you have to close those terminals so you get a lot of good connection. That's what I did here on this one. I was baffled because I wasn't getting any power, and before I was, and I realized that the terminals weren't closed enough, and I had to close them so that there was getting connection, because when I wiggled it, it would get some power, and I was like, okay. I knew there wasn't anything with like a relay or anything else, because I was getting power through the signal tester. So, and then Eric, the car guy, says to like replace the socket here, that socket there, instead of the switch. You know, he did his diagnosis by using a multimeter, some sort of measuring device that actually measures the voltage, and that's the only way you could diagnose that. And I didn't have that tool that that reads the actual voltage. So replacing this middle socket would have been useless for this car. I used electrical cleaner to clean it, and it was getting power on both sides. So I ruled out that issue. Even though I couldn't measure the voltage, I ruled it out. Even though what was happening was the window was going down on this side, but not going up. It would go up sometimes, and it was basically a power issue. But it wasn't necessarily an issue with power from the socket. It was the power from the motor. So that's why I got a new motor, window motor. Now I'm going to finish installing it now that I know everything works on this side. And if I probably actually will never fix this side. That's this wood. 2 pieces of wood in there, and zip ties and everything to hold it in place. The window's shut. I will never replace this window unless somebody pays me to do it, and also pays for the $30 motor, because it's not worth my time. I've already spent enough labor, free labor on this car, and enough money in parts, and I don't care if it's only $30. The rivets have to actually be cut on this side, which is not that big of a deal. You just drill it in. Actually, it was really easy to do this side. The side was already worked on, but I'm pretty sure they put a junkyard, a motor, and regulator in here. That's why it went bad. And so this side was just easy to take out, but I still had to take off the motor, which was riveted, and that was pretty easy to do. You just take a drill, electric drill, and drill out the there's some pieces on the old motor. I can show you here. There's some pieces that were you had to that were riveted, and you had to take a drill and a drill bit and get the right size and just drill it out. And the new motor comes with screws and everything. Didn't surprise me that Pep Boys gave me not enough screws with the window motor, but whatever. I think I have some screws from my neighbor that will work. There's only one missing. I'm going to use something similar. It's just a screw that holds on the plate to this. And I'm going to lubricate everything up so that way the window slides good and that won't be an issue. And then I'm going to remove this piece of wood here, and that way when I pull up to a ATM or a fast food place, I can actually roll down this window, or if it's hot on a hot day, I can roll down this window in addition to the sunroof. So this is a major advancement to this car. I've only had this car for a couple months, but I've been fixing the crap out of it. Either to sell it or to keep it for myself. It's a good experience. Thank you. Okay, so here's the power windows. I just finished this project. I had all the screws. That was the only screw that was a different screw. My neighbor gave it to me. It worked perfectly. There's a hex nut on the other side. And everything is in perfect. As you can tell, this is the new motor that's in there with the bracket. And these are the screws, the new screws. And now you can tell huge difference when I put the window up and down. So much power. So much power here. Love it. Before the window wouldn't go up. Didn't have enough power. Now it goes up very easily. Okay, I just rigged this belt. Don't rig it, don't start it yet. Keep the door open. I just rigged this belt so that it bypasses the AC. As you can see, if you can see that clutch on the bottom there, where there's no belt, that's where the AC compressor is, and that's where the making noise, and the seems like the clutch is bad, or the whole compressor. So I bypassed the AC. This is basically the only way you could bypass the AC. Certain cars are made without AC, the same model, so hopefully this works. Otherwise, if it doesn't, worst comes to worst, the belt breaks. No, and just have to replace the compressor or the clutch. Clutch is like 75, the compressor is like 200, and the AC might not even work even if I replace the compressor. That's why I didn't want to mess with it. This is not good for the car anyways. It would just waste gas. Alright, babe, go ahead, start it. Alright, here's a moment of truth. Stand back. Looks like it's doing good. Looks like I have successfully bypassed the AC. The belt looks really good. I mean, the water pump is still going. That's kind of what I was mainly afraid of. Everything looks good. Obviously, I'm gonna have to take it for a test drive. If you want to see it underneath, that's the compressor. As you can see, there's some metal shavings because it's bad. And there's the belt running. Everything looks pretty good. So now I'm going to take it for a test spin. So I'm here at Midas, getting my exhaust looked at. Properly, and there's a leak right there. Alright, so got this done here. They put a new flex pipe right here, and they put the factory type hanger instead of what it was before, and they also put the new muffler hanger here like it's supposed to be, so everything looks factory, just like the diagram and the dealership gave me. So yeah, it just looks pretty good. It's not hanging anymore like it was, and no air leaks, so nobody's gonna be inhaling any exhaust fumes. So I just got the exhaust fixed, but I took it on the freeway right away. Sounds really good, except there was a little bit of vibration when I was getting at high speeds. The guy at Discount Tire said probably the tires are on the wrong side. They're supposed to be facing a certain direction. So we'll see what they say. See, right now they're both like kind of facing the forward, and actually those, so they all face a V towards the back, and they're supposed to do some rotation on them so it won't get no vibration. And then if it needs a vibration, we'll just warranty these tires and have them balance them after, see if it fixes it, because there's a little bit of vibration on there after I took it on the freeway. It wasn't happening before. I don't know why it happened now, but I want to take care of this issue right away. So I'm getting my tires fixed right here. As you can see, the V is supposed to be facing forward, so there shouldn't be no vibration anymore. If there is, then it's probably wheels need to be balanced. But this place is the best place. I recommend Discount Tire to anybody who gets new tires.